Every great transformation has a day when everything changes. The question is, will you recognize it? Think about it. How many people wake up, drag themselves through another Monday, and never notice that today? Think about it. Think about it. How many people wake up, drag themselves through another Monday, and never notice that today could be the day? Not tomorrow, not next week, but this very day. The problem is, most of us don't live like that. We live like there's always time. We drift.
Drift. It is the slow current of a river you did not choose, carrying you past your own shores. You tell yourself, I'll turn the boat tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes a chain. And one day you look back and wonder, when did my life stop being mine?
Yep. Let me pace where you might be right now. You've got habits you didn't choose. Maybe health slipped. Maybe your career is fine, but nowhere near what you once dreamt. Relationships, you tolerate more than you celebrate. And deep down, you know it's not dramatic failures that got you here. It's drift. It's small daily neglects stacked one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. But here's the empowering truth. Just as drift compounds, so does decision. One bold choice, fully committed, can bend the arc of your life.
Yeah, the ancients knew this. They spoke of kairos, not the tick of a clock, but the appointed time. The moment of destiny, a day that is ordinary in appearance, yet sacred in consequence. It is the day the hero leaves the village, the day the vow is sworn, the day exile says, enough. That day does not arrive by chance. It is chosen by you.
Exactly. So let me ask you, what if today, listening to this right now, was your day? What if this episode was the interruption of drift? Stick with us, because by the end, you won't just understand the idea, you'll declare it. You'll choose your turning point. So there are two forces that shape every destiny: incremental drift and defining moments. And let's contrast them. Drift looks like this. You skip the workout, but nothing breaks. You avoid the conversation and the world doesn't collapse. You accept one more year of comfortable misery because it feels safer than the risk. And every time you drift like this, the cost isn't immediate, it's invisible. Defining moments are different. They don't whisper, they roar. They demand. Make the decision now. Step up or stay the same.
That's the thing, hey. I thought about this ages ago. Um, it's an incremental drift that you were talking about because I think not a lot of people can handle those massive, dramatic, big drifts
Mm,
that roars, like you said. So we actually get given a lot of chance. We actually get given a lot of chance to have incremental changes in our lives. right? Because if we have one smashing choice or one smashing change after the other, I think we'll just give up. So it's so easy to do, and it's even easier to neglect. Do you know why myths are filled with dragons, deserts, and storms? Because defining moments are never wrapped in comfort. They come as trials. The dragon is not outside you. It is the decision you have feared to make. The desert is the emptiness you must cross when your old excuses no longer feed you. The storm is the chaos of change. And here's the truth: the dragon waits for you now. You do not slay it by waiting for courage. You slay it by stepping forward whilst afraid. The courage is born in the step itself.
I really like that. You know, that reminds me of as well something we've spoken of um, on this show before.
Yeah,
That concept of the importance of consistently, and consistency is the key here,
yeah,
consistently moving towards what you want in life.
yeah,
Not moving away from what you want to avoid.
yeah.
Because if you're doing that, you're thinking about all the things you want to avoid, and that's what keeps you stuck in place,
Mm,
moving towards what you want.
yeah.
And look, most people wait for clarity before they decide, but clarity doesn't come before, it comes after. The moment you decide, your brain reconfigures. You stop collecting evidence for what you can't, and you start scanning for how you can. That is the switch. And the real danger, if you wait too long, that defining moment hardens into regret. And regret is the final product of drift.
Bang, boom.
Yeah,
That's big.
it is, isn't it?
It's yeah. Every time I hear the word regret, I think of Frank Sinatra, My Way. He
Yeah,
had
yeah.
he had a few. Yeah. So
But again, too few to mention.
that's it. Um, in regards to regret, regret is a tombstone carved in the words, what if? You really want, like Sinatra, you don't want a lot of these, right? Do not live in the cemetery of unchosen lives.
Let me share this. Years ago, a client came to me stuck in a job he hated. He told himself he'd quit when the timing was right. 3 years later, he's still there. He's older, he's heavier, and he was even more bitter. But then something happened. He had a health scare. He realized that his time wasn't infinite. That day, not the scare, but his decision afterwards became the day he turned his life around. He quit.
Mm,
He built his own business. And he told me later, I regret waiting, but I don't regret deciding. And the point is this: you don't wait for defining moments, you create them. And I want to say that again. You don't wait for a defining moment, you create it.
that's beautiful, man. That's so true. Have you heard of alchemy?
Yeah, yeah, of course. My very general understanding, the ancient practice of trying to make precious metals out of not so precious metals.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
turning lead into gold.
yeah.
Um, many, well, with I guess with back then they're not called scientists. They're we call them magicians, alchemists, and wizards. Wizard means wise person, wizard, wise. Yeah.
Mm.
The most famous alchemist that no one knew was an alchemist was Sir Isaac Newton, right?
Really?
Yeah. He wrote more books on alchemy than his Principia Mathematica. And
I had absolutely no idea.
yeah, they buried that because he would look like an idiot, right? Only a third of his work was his mathematics and physics. And back then it wasn't even called physics as we know it. The rest of his work was in Cambridge University was alchemy. Yeah.
I had absolutely no idea. But what that also speaks to as well is even when people are telling you you're nuts, you can't do that.
Yeah.
If you believe in it, go ahead, forge forward anyway. And where you're starting is not your end point. You
Yes,
evolve.
totally agree.
You evolve into new things as you go.
Yeah, man.
And I
Like,
guarantee he wouldn't have done what he did with mathematics and the likes if he hadn't engaged in alchemy in the first place.
yes, totally agree, 100%. And this about the thing about alchemy that everybody misses, right? I think what became famous is the idea to turn lead or heavy metals, not the music, but heavier metals, right, into gold. But the alchemy that actually worked is um, the human being. He can turn, or she can turn himself into gold, as in his soul is golden, his life is golden, his mind is golden by going through a lot of what alchemy would say purification. Yeah.
Yeah.
And having said that, right, this drift thing that we're talking about, this is the alchemy of transformation. An ordinary Tuesday, right? Indistinguishable from any other Tuesdays where you order pizza, right? Until you crown that day, until you say, this is my day, from that vow, the gods will conspire. All of a sudden, the allies will appear. The path in front of you will unfold. The world bends to the one who finally decides.
So true. So true. So let's anchor this right now. If you're out there, grab a pen. Grab a pen. Just reach over to your desk and grab a pen right now. Don't just think about it, write it. One decision you've been avoiding, the one that keeps circling in your mind. Maybe it's a business idea, maybe it's a relationship conversation, maybe it's finally committing to your health. Write it down. And here's the rule: small or big, it doesn't matter. What matters is that today you commit. Today is the day drift ends. And today is the day you start deciding.
To write is to cast a spell. Literally, that's what a spell, you spelling it out, right? The ink is your blood. Okay, please, guys, for those listening, I didn't mean that literally, right? Yeah, this is a metaphorical ink, right? And when you're writing it down, the page is your altar. Make it ritualistic if you must, if you need drama to kickstart yourself, should I say, right? Make it a ritual, right? Um, Grab red pen if you must, right? And the page of that book is your altar. When you inscribe a decision, you make the invisible visible. You literally, it's the first move of manifestation. Manifestation is you got an idea in your head and you want to bring it to this reality. That's the easiest way to manifest anything. Get that idea in your head with a pen and write it down.
Absolutely.
Verba volant scriptum manet. Words fly and the written word stays. So by doing that, you call forth the future into realistic form, as in its material. Do not underestimate this, right? A decision written becomes a covenant between you, yourself, and your higher self, and your future self. You want your future self to thank you now. Thank you in the future, obviously, because it's your future self. But your future self, you want that bloke or that woman to thank you now. Like the same way as I thank my 2012 self for where I'm at now, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. Now, imagine this along the same lines. 1 year from now, you look back. You remember this day, this decision, the one you just wrote down, and everything that followed traces back to this one moment. You'll say, that was the day my life turned. That's how powerful a single choice can be.
Mate, hey guys, in case you don't know, Jono and I just celebrated the channel's first year anniversary,
We did.
right? We started with a computer on Zoom, and a simple laptop on Zoom, no microphones, anything. Just, hey, let's talk about the mindset, and we pressed record. So that simple decision, we did that last year, right? And we're about to hit 29,000 views. So by the time you watch this, I don't know what's the number, but currently we're about to hit 29,000, right? So that decision we did last year is the reason you are watching now.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And it won't stop at the 29,000. We keep working at it. It keeps building.
That's it. One day, one choice, one turning of the wheel. That is all it takes. Not the years behind you, not the fears within you, but the courage to declare, this is my day. And when you speak those words, the universe listens.
It does. It does. And so here's your challenge. Share it with us. Drop your decision into the comments, whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter. Drop your decision into the comments. Because when you declare it publicly, you don't just commit to yourself, you join a community of people stepping out of drift, stepping into transformation, hope, empowerment, community. It starts here and it starts today.
The day that turns your life around is not found. It is forged, forged in one choice, one vow to yourself, one breath of courage. Say it now. This is my day. When you name it and you claim it, and when you claim it, the universe bends. May this be that day, your day.
Indeed, may this be the day. So, Crom, it's a really good messaging in what we've done here today. I love the urgency, and I hope everyone out there is appreciating it too. So, what would you like to say to finish off today's episode?
Before you step away from this message, I ask you to pause, close your eyes, if you will, and listen not with your ears, but with the chambers of your soul, your very soul. Every life is a mixture, a compilation, a tapestry, a puzzle of days. Most are threads of routine, ordinary, unremarkable, forgotten as soon as they've lived. Yeah, I mean, just example. When was the last time you bought coffee? You probably only have one memory of it, even though you've done it 5 times this week. Yeah, because there's no novelty, you did the same thing. But hear me out on this one. Scattered among them are the golden strands. Those are the days of decision. Days of vow, days when the wheel of fortune turns, not by accident, but by your own hand upon it. Yeah. This is such a day, and it will never come again. Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is beyond recall, it's gone. What remains is this: the breath in your lungs, the choice in your hands, the fire in your heart. Do not say, I will change when the timing is better. No, because you will be waiting forever. And that's an excuse, to be honest. For time is a bit of a trickster, right? It will always whisper that now is not enough, right? And this is what the Stoics really honed in, right? They have a saying in Latin, but I'll say it in English. And it's going to be morbid, guys, so heads up. And that saying says, you must die. Yeah, that's an actual Stoic principle. And you count to the day you die, or you can. They have Stoic calendars that count up to, I think, 90 years. So every day they jot that. So Stoics do that because they have accepted the fact that they will die. So every day counts. Do not say, I will act when I feel ready, right? For readiness is born not in waiting, but in walking. Yeah. And feeling something, to be honest with you guys, feelings come and go. I can have 5 feelings in a minute, right? So even though you're ready, you're feeling it, that could change. That means you're not ready again. So instead, speak the words the world has been waiting for to hear from you. Today is my day. This is the hour of my turning. Say it aloud. Even if your voice trembles, write it even if your hands shake. For the trembling hand and the trembling voice are still stronger than the silence of drift. And when you declare it truly, fiercely, without retreat, you join a lineage of all of those who chose to be awakened. Warriors who stepped into the unknown, lovers who risked with their hearts, builders who raised empires from dust, temples from stones. Their power is not gone. It waits for you to claim it. So I leave you with this invocation, this message. Let this day not pass as another shadow among shadows. Let it blaze as a torch in the corridor of your years. One day, one choice, one life renewed. The day that turns your life around is not tomorrow. It is not someday. It is now, now. And that now belongs to you. Thank you for being with us here at the Mindset Channel. If you found this episode useful, like and share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell so you'll get notified when the next episode comes out. Once again, this is Crom.
And this is Jono. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next week.